mistakes tonight, were they deflated a little, or just a matter you couldn't get a quick basket over?
It was a great shot. We had two people running out at her. We knew she was going to shoot it. Maddie usually does a great job off ball, getting through screens, and she kind of hit the pick a little bit and gave her some space. But she hit it, and I don't think it even got higher than the rim. It was so flat, but it was a good shot. And then, meeting with the team before they went out for overtime, we just reiterated, like, as long as it takes, things like that. And I thought we got really quiet. It seemed that we kind of got within ourselves, and when we came back from that huge deficit, they really were enthusiastic. They stuck together. They really shared the ball. They got stops, and I thought in overtime, passes that we had made in regulation, Courtney got a charge that she had kicked in regulation for an easy shot, and just we made some mistakes that we hadn't made all second half, and I don't know, maybe we ran out of gas a little bit because I didn't think our energy level was where it was, and maybe it was from coming back, but it's a good learning experience that you have to finish the game. Eastern finished the game. They could have hung their heads that they lost such a big lead, but they found a way to win in overtime. They made 2 field goals in overtime, and it wasn't a pretty overtime, but they found a way to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Raven and Jasmine tonight. They both had really good games. Raven finishes 24 and 13. Jasmine was 21, and they were really big down the stretch here.
Yeah, and Raven didn't practice we just had 5 straight days of practice and a day off before then, and she only practiced half the practice yesterday. So I was very impressed. Her conditioning after having basically a week off, I was a little bit worried how she would play tonight, and she didn't really get tired. In overtime, she actually started to feel bad again, and that's why she had to come out. But all game long, for the level of intensity that she played at, it just tells you, like, she really was tough. She was so tough tonight, because I can't imagine not having conditioned for a week and then coming out and playing in a game like this. So she did a great job. And then, Jazz wants the ball. She wants big shots. She is that type of player, and she hit that huge 3 and shot the ball well. She did a lot of good things for us tonight. I thought she did a fantastic job defensively on Nixon after the first. She had a bunch early, and then I thought did a great job as a team after that, adjusting, and the team did what we asked them to do on her, and she really struggled, I thought, scoring for them after the first part when she got a bunch of points early.
Is this the most you've come back that you can recall in a game? That's a good team. I mean, it was 49-32 with 16-39. We were 17 down, so is that as good a stretch maybe as you play?
Well, that and to take the lead. We've come back a lot. I don't want to say a lot, but in several games since I've been here, but we've never actually overcome a lead like that and taken the lead. So I was so pleased with their effort and their ability not to quit, and they just kept chipping away and fighting every possession, and they gave themselves a chance to win at the end, and that's all you can really ask of them. We definitely did get a slow start, and that hurts to claw your way back from that for 30 minutes, and part of that, we had a lot of new starters on the floor after that many days of practice. We told them we're going to start who's earned it in practice, and some of those players weren't used to starting, but it's good experience for them. They'll know next time how to start the game.
I mean, I know it's a loss, but that's the number 2 team in the conference, right now. And I mean, what's that say is you guys are going to be heading into a full conference schedule, and you guys are taking the number 2 team in the conference to overtime already.
Well, we want to be the number 1 team in the conference, so and that's playing all these OVC games. We want to see where we're going to stack up, and we're not going into this conference to just be in a conference. We're going in to try to compete for a conference championship, and our players, we've been really inconsistent all year, and I think tonight they finally were like, wow, we're pretty good when we do this, and we've been waiting for Jazz to play well on the same night as Raven, and Malia to play well and on the same night as Michaela. We've had some great individual performances throughout the year, but we can't get everybody to play well on the same night, and I thought they took turns today stepping up, and they really played as a team, and this is, I think, our best team effort so far this year, and so it's a matter of building on this and continuing to compete like this, and not having games where we're like, gosh, we needed a better game from so-and-so. And we told them it starts in practice. You can't have let-ups in practice and things like that. Games like this, in my opinion, they're won in practice. And, Eastern, they have such a good tradition. They were successful last year, and they're young kids. They learn from that, and they know that they're expected to win. And so that's the mentality we're trying to establish with our team. Like, we want them to go into games like this and expect to win. And I thought tonight in the second half they really believed that they were going to win.
And then